Ang hirap sundan ni Luis. Well, anyway. This piece, I wrote this last month. I took the thought that mothers are our first teachers, right? They are, in most cases. In most cases. Anyway, this piece is called Lessons. If I ever become a mother, I would want a son. So I could teach him that being a man does not mean brawn and piss contests. To show him that the world is full of wonder and that it is okay to be in awe. To let him know that showing emotions in no way whatsoever make him weak. In fact, it makes him stronger. His tears mean he cares enough to her. He loves enough to let the pain consume him. I will tell him that he will get through it eventually. To be a man does not mean he's fearless. To be a man means he's brave enough to conquer them. Tell him that death-defying acts and violence does not make him a man, but rather a fool. Tell him that bravery and stupidity is separated by a hair-width line. Let him figure out what he should never cross line. Teach him that women deserve caresses and never punches. That the only words to whisper in the crook of her neck are those of love and passion. Tell him, teach him that it is okay to love another man. That it is okay to be in love with another man. That love is genderless. And I will teach him more about loving than trying to define what love is supposed to be. I will tell him that love is something you learn from experience and that he should go and explore but never be someone's reason for their heart to break. At least, not intentionally. If I ever become a mother, I would want a son. I will tell him about the destruction littering reality. I will teach him about how truths really hurt. I will tell him about wars, about deaths, about famines, and let him realize how lucky he is to be having his life. I will tell him that charity, there is more than one way to extend charity. I will tell him that it makes him human to sympathize. Tell him that his sympathy can be acted upon, and let him learn for himself how fulfilling it is. Make his heart never put up walls. Let him know that it is okay to be caught off guard at times. Make him remember that everyone at some point needs saving, even himself. Tell him that calling for help is not being a pussy. Tell him pussy is not even a real insult. Tell him that fighting back is not always the best solution. Tell him that it is okay to ask for directions, but teach him that being lost is only relative to where you want to be. Tell him to always stand his ground. Well, but if a lady wants to pay for her own meals, then let her. Tell him that to hold his love tightly, but teach him to never cage her. Tell him to never force anything to anyone. Tell him to never force anything to anyone, and let him know that responsibilities are taken seriously, and never believes when someone says the promises are made to be broken, because it's not. If I ever become a mother, I would want a son. I will bring up a man capable of loving people as they are. Bring up a man. Make him ingest the idea that being a man is such a skewed concept, because being a man is necessarily just being human.